Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is February 2nd, 2025. Just came back to the regular office and recording this video for the weekly analysis. S&P 500, we just had a very volatile session, I would say week, especially session for a Friday. We will get to the daily chart, but here's the weekly chart. And as you see here, market just uh, had like a bearish harami right at the top. We cannot manage to new all-time high this week. I mean, like the past week. And there is still a potential for new all-time high. I would say 61.45. That's very, very important level to 6,200. However, on a daily chart, I have a 62.50. But we will get back to that one. But 61.45 to 6,200, that's a important level that we can get from S&P. However, I would say when we're getting to the March, April, and May, I would say market will have a potential top for a year, and we may see some kind of like a volatile months or period is coming down the road. But we'll get to that one later when we get to the time. But I would say everyone needs to be careful when we are getting to the February and March. So the upside target would be limited. There is going to be upside potentials, but it's going to be limited. I'm not saying market is going to go down to the crash, um, but as I said in the forecast for 2025, we may see some kind of like a volatility, 20 to 25% decline in S&P 500 this year. So that would be kind of like a potential final buying opportunity. Um, we may get some kind of like a good training setup for that one. But that final buying opportunity doesn't mean that it's going to go to new all-time high or it's going to go all the way to like 7,000 and 8,000. It means that that 20%, 25% is going to be final trading setup potentially before a market decline to a substantial decline to 2027, 2028. So still, it's going to be a very early call for that one, but I would say everyone needs to be careful for the weeks down the road just because the upside target is pretty limited. Here is the daily chart. We got a rejection from a new all-time high here. So we had a nice bullish consolidation, if you just see here. We got back test, a nice bullish consolidation. Friday session market just going all the way up, but rejected from this top and form a bearish engulfing at the top. So this means we may see some kind of like a bearish momentum is coming as long as we are above 59,000. 5,900, sorry, not 50, 5,900, we still bullish. 59.88, 59.88 to 98. That's the area that we are looking for a market support here. So if we may see some kind of like a deeper correction, we may see some kind of like a mid-February, I would say. Mid-February, we may see some kind of like a deeper correction to test this pivotal point, which is going to be lots of support and trend lines are coming together along at this February, mid-February area. So we will see if that happens. So the area that I'm looking at is 5,800, but ultimately I'm just looking for market deep down for two levels this year. So 53 to 5,400, or we may see 49 to 5,000 area by, let's say, mid this year. So that's going to be great possible buying opportunity. Looking for that one mid this year, not tomorrow, not next week. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq, which had the same scenario here. Nasdaq on a weekly chart and a daily chart, we just got a rejection, some kind of like a rejection from this top. Still, we are away from all-time high, but we may see some kind of like a breakout. If we see breakout above 22,000, that would be a fantastic buying opportunity if we get back down here for a new all-time high, somewhere around 23,000. And that 23,000 area would be a great setup for a potential taking profit and just staying on the cash because the deeper correction, I would say, is coming after hitting new all-time high. So the all-time high is going to be a possible scenario, but the upside is would be very limited. So everyone needs to be careful on that one. Dow just hit double top here, engulfing at the top. This is a bearish setup. If we get a confirmation, we may see some kind of like a going all the way down to 43,300 to 43,500. So that's the area I'm looking at for a nice setup for a long opportunity. So this is the area that I'm looking at. So this is a breakout zone. This is a demand area after before this breakout zone. So this 53,300 to 53,400, that's the area that I'm looking at. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to crude or gold before crude. Gold just hitting new all-time high this year. So this is fantastic. In January, we got new all-time high. We rejected a 2,800. Cannot be closed above 2,800 on a weekly basis. We just finished 27.9961. Still looking for a more bullishness for gold rather than the other one. I would say gold can have a substantial rally to 32 to 33,000 there, 32 to 3,300. So 3,000 area would be a psychological level. Everyone wants to see that, but I would say 3,200, 3,300. That's the area that I'm looking at for the gold top in this year. Moving on to silver. Silver is forming the same scenario here. If I want to show you, um, let me just go here. So silver, we just got a nice breakout above this trend line. We just got a reversal. Just this is over kind of like about condition on a daily perspective. If we consolidate here more about $30 per ounce, which is gonna be the possible scenario, we may see a skyrocketing to 34 to 36. So that's the area that I'm looking at for silver, and that would be a potential kind of like a buying opportunity if any correction happens, because all the way to 40 to $44 per ounce would be a scenario for 2025. I'm just repeating this almost in every single video if we get there, so everyone knows that we just mentioned it before. Right now, it is at a very important level right now, and we may see a nice breakout for silver. Crude just finally, I would say, finally getting back to the bullish momentum and formed a bottom here. So um, still holding up nicely above this 71 to 72. So that's the area that we see. And crude just bounced back up nicely. And this is a stochastic bull reversal. MACD is getting to a very nice hidden divergence here as well. So this is a bullish divergence. And we may see some kind of like a confirmation. We may see some kind of like a rally to the upside to 82 to 84. And that would be the beginning of a new rally to $90 crude potentially by end of first quarter. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to crypto. Bitcoin is down, especially to days during weekend. Crypto market is open. We got a reversal to the downside. I would say crypto can change the dynamic to the altcoin. So right now, Bitcoin was a leader for the crypto market. And right now we are seeing kind of like a double top formation here, especially 110. So if this happens, if this triggers to the downside, 88,000, if it goes down, I would say you're gonna see a significant drop in Bitcoin. However, Ethereum and the other ones are gonna just take the lead and going to the upside. Ethereum, we had Saturday and Sunday. We are just recording this video on Sunday, going down, heading to this breakout zone here, and we're just looking for some kind of like a rally forming. But before rally, we need to see a reversal. So if this reversal happens, I'm gonna buy Ethereum. Just I would say Ethereum, if we get above this trend line, which is forming a potential ending diagonal for some kind of like a rally. Look at this before. We had this before and it worked very, very well. So look at the spike here and also look at this here as well. So when we had a breakout before, we had substantial breakout. Right now, if we get a breakout, I would say 46 to 4,800 down the road is coming for Ethereum, which is going to be a fantastic level just because we may get 40%, 50% to the upside. Nothing is going to happen in Bitcoin. Bitcoin maximum we can get 20 to 30%, but Ethereum we can get 40 to 50%. So it's going to be the potential opportunity for Ethereum. Bond yield just forming a bearish consolidation here. And if this forms nicely, we can see sub 4% for the bond yield. And that's going to be a booster for precious metals and also Treasury as well. Treasury, we just got a reversal on Friday session, but I would say this is just a corrective move within this rally. And I would say the bottom is there. VIX at 3% up. This is very, very nice psychological level, $15 to $16. And we may see some kind of like uptick is coming. Dixie is getting back to the upside. And this is kind of like a QM pattern for Dixie. I would say any rally would be a sell because weaker dollar is coming down the road. Magma indicator, $6 up, but rejected from new all-time high, 1800 touched, and then also it just appears through and then getting back to the downside. Right now, $17, 1781. That's the area that market closed. I would say this week when we have Google, when we have Amazon, earning is coming, and that would be lots of volatility in Magma as well. Apple, what an engulfing pattern there. So we just sold our Apple shares with myself subscribers right at 243, I would say, and closed at 236 on Friday's session. This is very bearish, and I would say Apple can go lower, and that would be the beginning of a bigger ABC corrective move. If I want to show you here, so this would be A wave, and this is a B and C wave is coming down the road. We may see middle of this white range bar here, somewhere around here, 200 to 208. That would be the scenario for Apple. There is going to be still potential for a deeper correction. I'm not sure if we get there. If market is getting shaky, we may get to 192 to 196, but 200 to 208, that would be the scenario that we may see this pattern is finished. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to Amazon, which we will have earning this week. And if Amazon earning is going to be blastic, I would say new all-time high is coming for Amazon as well. Meta, a great move for Meta due to great earning, but seems like a market is kind of like a digesting. If we get a reversal, Meta can get back to 600 area. So we sold our, I would say, scale out Meta above 700, and that would be potentially the market top for Meta. Microsoft here is 7 cents up. Still, after a great earning, Microsoft cannot manage above 450, and it just get back down. Still, we are within this range here. If we get a lower to 380 to 400, that would be the scenario that I would say buyers are coming back. This chart cannot manage to new all-time high. It's been a while. So since July 2024, July 5, 2024, when it gets to new all-time high, it cannot manage to get to new all-time high. It's more than 8 months now. Google nicely getting back to new all-time high. This bullish consolidation breakout nicely, 204. And Netflix at $3.52 up. This is a good bullish consolidation here. Tesla, $4.32 cents, and 404 is there. So Tesla rejected from 420 right now. It's forming kind of like a choppy pattern here. I would say this is bearish more than bullish. I'm not calling Tesla top. I would say this pattern technically usually is bearish. And if we get a below 360 to 380, that would be a free fall to 200 area. So we'll see how it goes. But Tesla is shaky right now. Semiconductor index, after bottom here capitulated, getting back to the upside, but Friday's session was kind of like a disappointing. Bulls actually get into this gap and they want to see continuation all the way to gap fill, which is going to be a bullish scenario. It cannot happen. Just get to middle of this gap and then getting back down. So still, I'm kind of like a bullish in some names. Specific names are pretty good, but some names actually are very overbought. And lots of people are talking about like AI bubble is blast or something, DeepSeek or something like that. It's not a breakdown or kind of like a crash yet, but we will get to kind of like a bigger correction or even crash in 2026, 27, not right now. SOX, the same pattern here, forming a choppy here, get to this middle of this gap, getting back to the downside. Taiwan Semiconductor actually is forming the same, just middle of the gap, getting back to the downside. AMD is forming very choppy. I know I'm calling bottom for AMD for a while. Still, there is going to be a bigger, deeper correction here below 100 level, which is going to be very disappointing for AMD. But I would say if AMD just formed the bottom here, getting back to the upside, that would be very rippy, and you cannot catch up with the price movement. So that's why I'm kind of like getting to potential 10% above the potential correction target here rather than missing the opportunity for the rally. Nvidia still struggling with this 118 to 120. I would say this is very, very important level for Nvidia. If we lose this trend line, we can get to a deeper correction to 88, even 90. So that is the area that before we just got capitulated and sharply bounced back up. Still, I'm kind of like looking for a bottom, but again, it depends on the market next week. When we are getting to mid-February, everyone needs to be careful. So the upside target for Nvidia, if the entire semiconductors are lagging, that would be limited. Texas Instruments, after a nice rally to the upside, cannot manage above this trend line, getting back downside, rejected 188. So right now, we should just stay on the side for this name. Lam Research, the same here. So it just tackled a couple of times, 80 to 82, $84, but rejected. 85 is a massive China wall there. So lots of resistance here. So if we get managed above 84, 85, that would be huge rally to 101. So we'll see how it goes. Financials after hitting new all-time high last week. On Friday, we got a reversal. I would say this is a reversal to this gap, 48 to 49, KBE 26 cents down, KRE 16 cents down, and JP Morgan after hit new all-time high last week, it just got back down as well. So it comes along with the Dow Jones corrective move, but that would be just a correction. Goldman Sachs, the same pattern here, just got into new all-time high, getting back a downside. After Doji Bar on Friday on Thursday, it just got engulfing pattern on Friday, so we will see. Bank of America seems like reversal is here. Wells Fargo 2 cents down. This one as well, potential for a reversal. Gold miners, GDX. After a nice rally, we got into overbought condition for short term. Any correction, I would say, would be buy just because weaker dollar can help these ones are getting back to the upside. GDXJ, the same pattern here engulfing, but that would be a corrective move for a final potential buying opportunity before a massive rally. AEM, the same pattern here, $1.52 up after nicely getting back to the upside. This is the leader within the industry. It can have a corrective move to this breakout, 88 to 90. Newmont, 37 cents down here, just got into this $44 area, a supply area. If it consolidates more, we're going to have a nice breakout to $51. Still waiting for that one. Franco-Nevada, 28 cents down. Rejection, getting above this pivotal point, rejection to the downside. This means still sellers are having control here, but we should go just above this. So what's going to be the initial of this rejection? And that would be this area. So this is the pivotal point for this rejection. So if we get just the stretching this one, you'll see that. So 138 to 140, that's the supply area here. Look at the free fall after this on Friday, 20th October 23. So that's the area that got back here, which is a bullish news because it has a great momentum to the upside. We need to see just a corrective move to 130, then getting back to the upside. Gold Barrick, the same here, it's just forming a bear flag, but this bear flag is about to fail. I would say any correction could be kind of like a buying opportunity. XLE, these ones are hammered. really hammered on Friday. So 2% down, XOP 2.38% down due to bad earning from Exxon, from Chevron, from Oxy. All those names actually just got hammered. OIH, $2.40 down. Exxon, 2.5%. Look at the engulfing pattern. This is very bearish pattern for Exxon and Chevron as well. So just breaking through. Very, very hard sell on Friday. So it's just going down to this 146 to 148. We're just waiting for a reversal. Potentially, that's just a capitulation. So we'll see how it goes. All right, folks. I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel. Put your comments down there. I'm going to read all of them and will answer ASAP. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.